Jenny, welcome back to my channel. For today's tutorial, I obviously went really dramatic. I wanted to go for something really fall inspired, so I chose like burgundies and gold tones and bronzy tones. I'm seriously loving this tutorial and I got so many requests to start doing fall looks. Now that fall is finally here, I know I've been kind of struggling with fall looks because it's hard to get inspired when it's like 100 degrees outside, but now that we're in October, it's a little bit different and I really just want to start early to knock out as many as I can. So I hope that you guys enjoy this tutorial. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not, and let's just go ahead and begin. Alright, so the first color I chose is Soft Peach from the Anastasia World Traveler palette. Most of the colors that I'm using in this tutorial are from the Jaclyn Hill Favorites palette from Morphe, but there's no like really matte nude color, and I always like to just put down a very nude color just to make blending a lot easier. So this step is optional if you feel like you're a blending pro. You don't need this, but I definitely do. So moving on to the Morphe palette, I'm going to be picking up this beautiful like cranberry, uh, like shimmery, not shimmery, what would you call it, like frosted type of color. And I'm so sorry, but I don't know if any of these shadows have names to them. The palette doesn't have names on them, so I'm just going to show you the color. I'm going to try my best to describe it, and if they do have names, I'll make sure to list them in the description bar down below. And for the second color, I'm going to be mixing two colors actually. So this is for the crease. I chose two darker, kind of purpley warm tones. I know I suck at describing things, I'm sorry. But I'm going to be popping that directly into the crease and just working it back and forth. And then I'm going to be switching between brushes. I'm going to go back into my blending brush and make sure that it blends in perfectly with the first warm color that we put down. And just keep going back and forth until you feel like you have a pretty seamless application. Alright, so I'm going to take this really like orangey, warm, golden color, and I'm going to be mixing it with the first cranberry color that I used. I'm just trying to get like a really warm, orangey, golden color, and I'm going to pop that right in the lid as a base because I'm going to be applying some glitter. So same thing for the glitter. I'm going to mix a few colors together. So I'm going to mix a gold and a pink together to get kind of the same color that I have on the lid, except just in glitter form. I'm really just trying to think about what colors leaves might have, but instead of going the matte route, I'm just going for more shimmers. So you can adjust this to whatever you prefer. If you like maybe more darker colors or matte colors, I suggest going with that, but for this look I just wanted a little bit more shimmers since I don't really play with shimmers that often. So anyways, I'm just going to pop a little bit of glitter into right in the center of the lid, and then just for more concentration, I'm going to take my finger and just tap that right in the very center. Now before I move on to the bottom lash line, I'm just going to take my concealer and conceal right under the eyes and really sharpen the outer part of the shadow just to make it more like a cat eye. And then just take my beauty blender and blend the entire thing out. I'm also going to take a loose powder and just start to set my under eyes. I'm going to let that bake while I do the rest of my face. Okay, so moving on to eyeliner, I'm just taking a black gel liner, whichever one that you prefer, that you know to use the best. Go ahead and use that one. I like to use more creamy base, like gel type of eyeliners. I just find them a lot easier to use. So I'm just taking a small brush and just creating a pretty thick wing. I mean, the wing is like medium. You don't have to get too exaggerated with this, but I definitely wanted just a nice black wing. And now that I've done that, I'm going to take my brush and just remove as much powder as I can to start working on my lower lash line. So what I'm doing here is taking a concealer, one that's really close to my skin tone, or maybe something a little bit brighter for right under the brow bone. And I'm just going to go in with just a very small amount. I'm trying to bring the shadow a little bit lower because I feel like I brought it too high up. I'm going to take a brown shade to my waterline, and then I'm going to kind of bring it a little bit lower and then try smudging it out. To help it smudge out, I'm taking this Shadow Eyes in color Bronze from Milani, and I'm just going to pop that right in my lash line and blend it out. I'm going to mix a few colors together from my Morphe palette, and I'm going to set that same shadow just to make it a little bit more intense and a little bit more bronzy and golden. And I'm going to pick up like an orangey mustard color from the same palette, and I'm going to use this to blend out the lower lash line. I'm also going to pick up a small amount and use that onto just the top part of my shadow on my lid, just so everything kind of ties in together and just everything has like that same orangey tone to it. For the inner corners, I'm just taking a golden pencil and I'm just drawing right in the tear duct of my eye. Using my finger, I'm just going to blend that out. I'm also going to mix a few golden light colors and pop that right in the inner corner. I'm going to apply a generous amount of mascara to both top and bottom lashes. And then for my lashes, I'm going to use these from Violet Voss. These are amazing. If you follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen them a couple times because I'm so obsessed with these. They are called Wispy My Name from Violet Voss. And I'll have everything down below. So that is pretty much it on the eyes. I'm going to move on to the face. So I did already have my foundation and now I have my concealer. So I'm just going to start to bronze my face, add a little bit of color and start to contour. So for that, I'm taking my Anastasia Beverly Hills. And then I don't want anything like really dark, so I'm just going to utilize my powder to help sharpen my contour. And while that's baking, I'm going to take a little bit of like just a slightly darker color than my skin tone. I'm going to have to mix a few colors together, of course, and just contour my nose. Now take a brush and remove any powder and you'll see that you are left with a nice sharp contour. I'm going to take my brush and just try to mute out any of the color from my lips before I move on to lip liner. I'm going to pair this look with a deep, deep red. I really feel like this complements the eye look. And then I'm also going to add a lipstick that's a shade or two lighter and then fill it in. And then once you've done that, the look is pretty much complete. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed this makeup look. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. And of course, don't forget to leave me your requests. And until next time, love you guys.